Sweet prince, let me go no further to mine answer. Do you hear me? And let this count kill me. I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdom could not discover, these shallow fools have brought to light, who in the night overheard me confessing to this man how Don John your brother incensed me to slander the lady Hero. How you were brought in the orchard and saw me court Margaret in Hero's garments. How you disgraced Hero when you should have married her. My villainy they have upon record, which I would rather seal with my death than repeat over to my shame. That was awful. Can I do that again?
That was crap.
What? Because I'm all battered and bruised and stuff. Sweet prince, let me go no further to mine answer. Do you hear me? And let this count kill me. I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdom could not discover, these shallow fools have brought to light, who in the night overheard me confessing to this man how Don John your brother incensed me to slander the lady Hero. How you were brought into the garden and saw me court Margaret in Hero's garments. How...
Can you bring that leg in a bit?
I'm usually just standing up anyway.
That's
Is that
fine.
Right? Does that sound okay?
No, don't pull your legs too far out. Not too far in. About halfway between those two positions. Bit further back, that one. That one, bit further back. Bit further forward.
Does it sound alright?
That's very good. Now, what I'm thinking, right, is if I start on your face. Okay, go for it. Sounds fine.
Sweet prince, let me go no further to mine answer. Do you hear me? And let this count kill... No, I'll do it again. That was awful. Sorry about that. It sounded bad to me. I'll do it again. Sweet prince, let me go no further to mine answer. Do you hear me? And let this count kill me. I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdom could not discover, these shallow... light, who in the night overheard me confessing to this man how Don John your brother incensed me to slander the lady Hero. How you were brought into the orchard and saw me court Margaret in Hero's garments. How you disgraced Hero when you should have married her. My villainy they have upon record, which I would rather seal with my death than... Whenever you're ready. Backbeat. The word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you've never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Yeah, go.
Still running as well. A photo of myself from 3 years ago when I first did the degree, or whatever it is, the degree thing, and now, and when I first got, was it 90, hang on, no, 90 when I started that, wasn't it? 92-ish, whatever it is. Whenever I started doing the degree course, it must be 93, yes, 93, yeah, and now, or, no. Anyway, I sort of go off on one, I start performing, because I could be acting now, I probably am acting now. I don't know. I haven't really got anything serious to worry about, to be honest, at the moment. This is the thing, you can, as far as writing and songs go and stuff, there has to be some sort of serious or, apparently my best material, or people say it, but comes out of being anxious, or my comedy comes from being paranoid and stuff like that. So when you're quite happy with yourself, you end up writing shit, apparently. I've seen some of my stuff that I've written in happier moods. And it's all right. Or when you go out deliberately to write a song, and you think, right, I'll write a song now, and you do, and it scans horribly, and there's all pretentious stuff in it, and I have to stop myself and not rip it out, but kind of put lines to it and say, oh, that's not right, and that's not working, and things. I don't know, because we've done a few good songs today. He's done the music, and some of the lyrics that I thought would go with different music, now go with the music that we found now. Sound quite healthy for a person who doesn't smoke at all on his stuff. And hasn't for a long one, I can tell you. Well, Monday actually, so... well, it's Sunday, yeah. So... What day is it? It's Wednesday today, isn't it? I keep forgetting, Wednesday. So... Not bad, I had a complete horrible insomnia attack last night. 3 hours of sleep I got, and I had this weird dream that I told him about, Batman 4. Right, with Toy Story, 3-dimensional holograms that would actually be inside the cinema. And that was quite... because they're interactive, and also... Oh, there's another bit as well. The guy who played, one who says Infinity and Beyond, he, the guy playing him in this film, somehow Toy Story got in it. It wasn't his voice. Like, when he was on the screen, he'd speak normally. He'd speak with the voice who was playing. I think it's Tim Allen or... No. Yeah, I think it is, Tim Allen. But when we had the 3D thing, it wasn't his voice, it was somebody else's. And he'd say, why isn't it your voice? And he'd go, well, it is. And go on the screen and talk in that voice, and then go off screen and not talk in that voice. I don't know what it means, but there you go, that's my dream. Where's the tripod, Doug? You got... I wonder where it was. So you got some rambling there, you cut that up, right?
you run out of the camera? Come back here. Run towards the camera.
You want me to walk up there again, do you?
Can you remember where you were? So we've got to go a little bit further and then we've got to dance on the line. We'll dance on the horizon.
Like doors or something?
Yeah, okay?
Right, okay.
Alright, we'll run out then.
Okay, run? Yeah. Alright, we're going. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna switch it off, not you! I'm gonna get there before you do.
What do you think? I'm going to say something after that? You're wrong. Oh, no, you're right, aren't you? Sorry about that. Are you running?
Yep.
Well, I was just saying I deny it as a thing. What I was talking about.
What was that, for fuck's sake?
Well, I'm going to start studying and stuff. Anyway, what it is that Doug was just explaining that women wear sort of pink frilly things or sort of light dresses that make them look very girly, I imagine, like that. And blokes allegedly like that. And men might build themselves up to be very butch and aggressive and things, and women are like that. Now, is it the fact that men want to dress like that, or know that if they dress like that, women are going to like them, and vice versa? I don't know. It's not, I mean, it's true, because I don't muscle up, and, you know, there's a repellent feel about, I don't know if it works, it's true. And the other thing I was talking about was, thank you, Monty, was the fact that does it mean that women want to be dominated, allegedly, we can't say that, and men want to look after a daughter, a young girl, whatever. That's what it is. It's just old stuff. It's, you know, I don't know.
Do women want to be dominated?
And men want to look after somebody. But then again, it could be the other way around. I think it's the individual in question. Because I still like girls in pretty dresses and looks pretty and stuff. But the thing is, I'm probably dominated by women 90% of the time anyway, I think. I don't know what my attitude is to young ladies.
What's your attitude to your mother?
My mother? Your mother? My mother, yeah. What do you mean by attitude? I mean, do you mean as my mother, or do you mean as an individual? I mean, would I say that my mother is a bit, I don't know, but she...
Does she dominate you?
Not really, no. I don't think so. Because she said, right, don't speak, you know, don't speak with a Cockney accent and stuff like that, and don't drop your H's and things. And I sort of went, well, I'll do what all this bunch are doing. They'll drop all their H's and I'll do that. And I thought, no, why should I speak like how they speak? Why don't I speak like I want to? So I have. So I haven't really gone back, I'll speak how Mother says. I just felt like I'd speak like this. And everyone went, oh, you speak properly. My mum doesn't like how I speak now. She says that it's Oscar Wilde and Salvador Dali on the phone. That's what it's like. This surrealist wit thing that my mum doesn't like at all. That I've been accused of being.
A few weeks ago, I felt like I was a cross between Art Garfunkel, Woody Allen,
yeah,
Mr. Bean and Noddy.
Oh, that's not, well, Noddy's right. Mr. Bean, that's a bit sort of self... Well, I mean, what, Mr. Bean's niceness or Mr. Bean's clumsiness?
Mr. Bean running around in a little car and being completely self-obsessed with his individual, the lonely little routines and rituals.
But I think there's nothing... what I do not like is the fact that anybody who's individual, anybody who's like in their own little world, what a sad bastard. No. Why is that then? I mean, isn't it more sad to follow the crowd and be like a sheep and all that sort of stuff? No, you want with the crowd. It's bollards. I follow what I want to follow and stuff, and it's all, you know... I can't stand people who sort of say, oh, you're into one particular thing. Like, people who like Star Trek. I'm not a big Star Trek fan. Let people do this immediately. You deny liking Star Trek. You're into Star Trek, oh, they're all sad and stuff, they're into Star Trek. But they can be in Star Trek on their own or on conventions or whatever, so it's horrible. And, I don't know, you go to college and I talked about Star Trek and people go, oh, no, it isn't sad. And say, do you watch it? Oh, no, I don't watch it. Not me. No, Gav, no, it isn't me. And they'll deny ever even knowing what it is. Vanessa and Kerry have nothing to do with Star Trek. Oh, no, we don't do Star Trek. And I said, well, I don't do Coronation Street. And they're like, no, I'm not into Coronation Street. I'm glad that Doctor Who's back. Doctor Who's coming back soon. Paul
American
McGann.
Version.
Yeah, well, it should be all right, because they got... Spielberg isn't directing it. Paul McGann out of Withnell and I. He's a good actor. I know he's got Julia Roberts' brother in as the Master, and all this sort of stuff, and the script's a bit cliche, but I don't care, because I just want to see some Doctor Who and see what it's like.
With some money spent on it.
I don't... Thing is, it wasn't... I didn't watch Doctor Who. You can watch Doctor Who. The great thing is there's like, well, how many years? 30 years of the bloody... Well, actually, probably about 26 years of different people, different actors, different styles, bad effects, good effects. There's so much stuff in it, and there's funny writing. Douglas Adams used to write for it.
Did he?
Yes, he did. He's good. I like Douglas Adams. No, Douglas Adams is a good writer. So you can't knock Doctor Who for, you know, I think it's very good. I won't talk about stories, but I'll defend it as a programme, as a varied collection of things. You know, better than Coronation Street. Coronation Street is the same old thing. People living in an area, right, okay, and then they grow up and stuff, and it's all reality-based, so I like a bit of escapism. And who's to say there isn't, like, tragedy or comedy or whatever in Meet the Dalek or whatever? That's what I think. Because there's personal tragedy in seeing your friend be exterminated and all this sort of stuff, and it's to do with, you know, isn't it? I know, perhaps I'm being sad, perhaps, you know, that's it, perhaps I'm being sad to assume so, but as a performer, I can get away with it. If you watch far too much TV and then transfer it into yourself and perform it, you can get away with it. But if you didn't, you just were a couch potato without actually performing, people would call that sad. But I think it's more sad to shoot people for religious reasons and be like the, you know, that sort of stuff, and injure and beat up people and be shitty and be bitchy. That's more sad than it is to watch Babylon 5 on Sundays, which I don't actually. My brother does. But then again, you see...
What?
I know, I just thought I'd say that, I hadn't finished.
No.
What are you doing exactly?
Just like doing these sort of interviews and being in a nice place that's conducive to thought and get some nice shots and someone just talking to camera so long as they feel all right about it.
Yeah. I went off on one, didn't I? I was just being silly, really. Coronation Street is... and Doctor Who is much more interesting. What gets me was Neighbours, right? Neighbours, the worst acting, the worst sets, and it's a cult programme. Where does that come in? I don't understand that at all. Why is that more popular than, say, Doctor Who? Because sci-fi, allegedly sci-fi isn't popular now, which is bollards. You've got films like Stargate and all this crap going on, the Terminator in the 80s. You've got so much time travel stuff, Quantum Leap, what's the Stargate thing. All the next-gen films are doing ever so well, you know, and it's ridiculous. So that's why they brought it back. So there, it's very good. Coronation Street, I would not miss it. It's an institution. Thing is, ITV can make rubbish go on for ages.
What about the news?
The news? News is all right. News is news. I think we do need to know. News is news. It's horrible. That's like a quadrophenia. I watch the news when I watch the news. I wouldn't cancel the news. I wouldn't stop the news because, well, you like to know what's going on in the world. They sort of say, well, the Russians have dropped bombs on us. Surprise, surprise. You see, we thought they were their friends, but no, it was a big joke actually. And that's stuff you would. Hello. Is that your dog?
Monty! You absolute cat!
Does he often do that?
Yep.
Come here, wait. Did you get his head popping up? It's like, yeah, did you get that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, his head, he's really funny, his head. It's like just his head, not mine, Monty's, was his head just emerging like that. He just, it was really good, it was funny. You forget this is all here, piping here. And that's, I don't know how long that's been there for, but all the, I know I made this silly joke, didn't I, at Crescent House, we've got this coat, and I said, that coat there was hanging up on the hook. Actually, what happened was the coat just used to hang there for no reason whatsoever. So what they did, they connected a hook to it. And they thought, well, we've got a hook, let's put a wall on there. And then they built the wall, and they kind of built a house around it. It's got completely out of hand, and there's a house there now based around this one coat. It was just, I wanted to see the concepts being taken into web, just have this coat floating there. Thinking,
I was thinking it'd be covered with leaves.
What?
Are you going to climb down then?
Oh, okay. We're not going to get muddy, because I've got a nice day. Seconds all over the place.
Yeah.
What are you talking? I want me to do this shot. Oh, it smells like Southend. Ooh.
Lovely spaces.
Those are all full of spiders and crabs.
So this is, I think, where he would appear from.
We can still do it. It's still here.
Yeah.
Set, have you noticed? Look underneath. It's like scaffolding. Really extraordinary, actually.
The tree there. You know, you get some sort of activity, two people standing and talking, right? And then you just drop down as if you were going, like, exactly underneath. And there you have you sitting there listening to them. Yeah?
What's in my ear, sort of like the glass, or, you know, listening to what they're saying with my ear to the, like that.
Emerge.
I often wondered why birds make that much noise. Look. I mean, is there a reason behind all that? They just make it because, you know what, we're talking and it doesn't really matter anyway. They're just making noises and like twittering away and stuff. Why do they do that? Is that a warning? Is that it's going to rain soon, or it's raining?
Well, they're old dinosaurs, aren't they? Singing dinosaur songs.
Why did these dinosaurs sing songs?
Because they're birds.
Well, no, what?
But,
No, I don't mean...
you know, after a while, well, you know, enough days go by and you do something creative, don't you? It's like a law of nature.
Well, there's really a reason behind it. But horses are really attractive. What do you want me to do?
Well, just keep talking as a rule.
Okay.
I just thought you could just walk past then.
Just saying that,
Go, do it again, just walk past me talking about what you're talking.
Okay.
Just a nice shot for you walking past.
Okay. What I was thinking was, you've got the birds singing there, and we think birds are very pretty. But what I think is perhaps in this day and age... When I started singing it, is it still... This, do that as an introduction. Which I haven't got to do. It's all 70s stuff. Right, it stinks down my head. I mean, how short would this hair need to be for a punk, do you think? Because it looks too hippie for me. Good.
Sorry about that.
No.
It's good one as well. Before with the
It's
beginning
suck,
of
isn't it?
silence. Okay.
No, it's suck. Do you want it
Again. Just two, right? And repeat again. That'll be the video for it, won't it? But when you're not sure that we're right with it, sometimes you think, right, is it running? Where's the tape? Tape set up?
I don't know. Want to try again? So we instantly go.
It's stupid, isn't it? I'll tell you what though, I just have a look at that shot, because I'm not sure, well we'll do that tape.
Well, you see where I stand and stuff. It seems okay with you standing there. I know about where I'm
It
standing.
was really nice getting these mirrors, but I don't think we're getting them anymore.
That's what sound. That's what round. I don't know that bit.
Let's record over this.
So pay attention. Look and lovely glimpse for a second at our rubbish Burn time and let it singe from my open still I could tell my mind I wish it never listen to that album again. Nothing interests the brain you wish to feel in, to add to the thrill of this There's so pay attention. Look and love at these glimpse for a second at our rubbish masterpiece. Burn time and let it singe from my open resting I can tell my mind I wish it had never listen to that album again. Nothing interests the brain you wish to feel in, to add to the thrill.
Sorry, my fault.
Well, no, I was doing bad, very bad notes as well.
Doing really well there.
I'll take this off. I'll do something different.
Jesus Christy Mores.
Yeah. I know
The
what it is.
battery's going to run out on the old
Camera.
too.
Yeah, it's gone now, look. Actually went, just as you went. So we're never going to get it, so there we go. It's done. We're going to do a good audio recording. What we